Hi friends, we are excited.
Glad to be here.
Yes, so happy. Thank you, Kirsten, for this opportunity. We just wanted to kind of share with you guys some things that are actually really, really important to us. We've had a lot of phenomenal leaders go this last week on this group, and I've learned so much from them. And so I just want to express to you guys how important a few things are with doing makeup. Now, before we get started, again, I am Mandy Leslie. I am one of the Maskcara twins. My twin sister is Mindy. I live in Idaho. She lives in Utah. And we kind of work the business together to help mentor and train our team. So this over here is my dear friend, Alisa. If you want to tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I'm fortunate enough to live down the street from Mandy. It's wonderful. Our boys go to kindergarten together, and we just work it. We share babysitters, and we carpool together, and it's awesome. But my background is in nursing, so I'm a registered nurse, and so this is totally up my alley. Sanitation and ingredients are practically my middle name. So I'm excited to hear what Mandy has to say about sanitation, and then when she's done, I'll talk to you about some ingredients. So hopefully this will help you guys in your business and kind of touch on some important topics that, you know, may or may not get brushed over. So
yeah. Well, and she is very humble. She's actually a nurse as well. She is very dedicated to her field. Right now she's a mom, obviously a mascara artist. She's taking a little break so she can work from home for a little bit while she raises her family. So this girl knows her stuff. She actually knows so much. I'm like, Alisa, you've got to dumb it down for me.
She's the beauty girl, and she helps me figure out how to do girl stuff.
I want you guys to know if any of this is over your head. Oh, hello, Kirsten. If any of this is over your head, it's fine. She knows her stuff, so I'm like, please just dumb it down a little bit so that people like me can understand. So I'm really excited to hear from her, Alisa. And then my little background is I've been a cosmetologist for 12 years now, and 8 of those years, so 3 of the years I worked doing makeup for movies, hair and makeup, and then I love the makeup field, obviously, that's why I'm here. And then I have educated for cosmetology schools for the last 8 years, more on and off in the last 3 as I'm raising my family. So the sanitation is hands down so important for me. When I go out to events, I'm very strict on it. I make sure that the team is running it exactly how I'll show you right now. So let's go ahead and get started. You cool with that?
Go for it, girl.
Okay, so sanitation, I'm not gonna take very much time because it's really simple, easy, to the point. First of all, Restore, amazing. Use it. If you don't have it yet, get it. You want it. You just want to. It conditions, it cleanses, and it disinfects. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you just do a couple sprays on the end of a brush. I'm going to spray you. There we go. Okay, let's go a couple sprays, and you're just going to go back and forth on a towel until it's clean.
What I love about that is before I was using a brush cleaner, and then I would go in with like an alcohol spray as well, and now I don't have to do that. It's just all in one bottle. So
and that got pricey too. Those I used those alcohol wipes for the longest time. So this has changed my world for sure. So both ends, just back and forth. Easy enough, done. Make sure, please make sure that you are sanitizing your hands between each customer. You guys were touching their faces. This is so important. Sometimes I get so busy and I've got a huge line of people I'm color matching as fast as I can go. But you've got to remember the most important thing is hand sanitizer.
I think too, even if your hands don't get dirty, it's the message that you're sending to your customer that you care about the details and that you are clean. Whether or not they care, it's still sending a really important message that you follow, your own guidelines and that you care about cleanliness. So
I agree. I love it. If you can wash your hands, obviously that's the best. But just make sure, what is it that as a nurse, you want to watch for is it 99.99?
You can't really go wrong with any type of hand sanitizer. Okay. So you really can't. But it is equally important to wash gross grime off your hands too. So
okay. And then our newest, thank you, Kara, for launching this. It is the Restore Cosmetic Sanitizer Wipes. Here, amazing. So what you'll do is you'll just open them. Just like this, and when you are done, obviously, in the singles here, so you've got our
awesome pro palette.
Yeah. So you'll just take this and you just wipe the product in between each. I say client, but it's customer. Client, customer, yeah. So customer, whatever you like to call it. So that is all I have for sanitation. Let's hear about
double
ingredients.
Dipping.
We don't double
I'm trying
dip.
to teach my son, my 5-year-old, how to not double dip, you guys. And double dipping your brushes is, I don't know, just make sure that you're cleaning your product off, because it's really important. The transfer from your face to the brush to the, to the foundation to another face, and you don't want anybody like, prematurely breaking out because your stuff is all infected. So.
Yeah, and cleaning up when your own personal makeup, make sure you're cleaning your brushes in between.
Yes.
A lot of people are like, how often do you clean brushes? I'm like, every time. You have to. That bacteria lives inside these brushes, and if you wait a day and I promise you, your face will clear up everything if you just clean your brush every day. Okay. Hi, Cammie. Okay, let's go ahead and get started.
You guys, ingredients. I'm so excited to talk to you about it. One thing that I've noticed in my journey with Maskcara is that I spent so much time, as all of us do, trying to get down color matching. It's huge. It's important. It's what we do, and we crave to be confident in that. And I want to stress and encourage everybody to be just as confident and just as knowledgeable in the ingredients as we are with color matching. That's how important it is. When you have people that ask you questions, you need to be competent and be familiar with what our ingredients are. If you don't know, don't pretend like you know. So if somebody asks you a question about ingredients, make sure that you just confidently tell them, I don't know, but I will get back to you on that. So my point in talking to you today, hopefully, is to clear up some of those questions and give you some simple responses to the people that are more particular about ingredients. Now, plenty of people are and plenty of people aren't. I'm one of the people that cares a lot about ingredients. I always have cared behind like the science of medication and diseases in our bodies, and so when I dove into Maskcara, I cared a lot about the ingredients. And so I am here to tell you a couple simple responses that you can give. And I would say the first pointer is to start with the positives, okay? So the claims that we can make from Maskcara is that we are gluten-free, we are cruelty-free, and we're paraben-free. So if you guys have any questions about what any of those mean, go ahead and message us on there if you have any questions about what those three claims mean. Paraben-free is something I'll dive into just a quick minute. Parabens are found in a lot of like our products, our lotions, our creams, our moisturizers, our soaps, like shampoos, and it acts as like a bactericidal. So it's going to, prevent bacteria from growing in those types of soaps, right? And also it acts as like a preservative. Well, people get nervous about, parabens because we don't want them in our armpits and getting into our bloodstream from our deodorant and our faces and our lips and our mucous membranes and our eyes. And so the fact that we can claim that we are paraben free is huge. Yeah. It's a really big deal. There's a lot of people out there that are very conscientious about what they put on their body. And so to make those claims, you guys just do it. Those three things right off the bat are huge and positive. So thanks to Kara for making our makeup so safe. Another thing that you can do that's a positive is talk about the number of ingredients that we have. So even if you don't know what all the crazy science words are in the ingredients, talk about the number of them. Hold up your old makeup and look at how many different ingredients are in that. I know I had like an It CC cream from Sephora, and it had like 27 ingredients in it versus Maskara's. I don't think any of them have more than 10, like that's 7 to 10.
Yeah, it's amazing. Half
of them you can pronounce too, so that's a big, that's a big deal. So guys, two big things right there: the claims that we can make, and then the number of ingredients is just a really big deal. You don't have to be a scientist to be able to express that confidently to your customers. So hopefully that gives you, something in your back pocket that you can pull out of and feel confident talking about. So
cool. Do you want me to ask these questions?
Yeah.
So I came up, so you guys kind of know where I'm coming from. I do a lot of events here in the Boise area. And there are three main questions that I always get asked by those that kind of know their stuff, and they come to really question Maskcara, and like they really just want to know, like, tell me why it's so awesome. But some of the questions I've also received is our makeup all natural and hypoallergenic? What would you say to that?
So those are great questions, and if you haven't had them yet, you will get them. So better to have a decent response in your pocket, and instead of just saying, shoot, no, we're not hypoallergenic, or no, we're not all natural, because those are just kind of negative approaches to it. It's better to say, we don't make those claims because they're unregulated claims. So we have wonderful ingredients. We have a very small list of them, and the ones that we do have are very quality. But it's pointless to make a claim that's unregulated.
And maybe just we're cruelty free.
Yeah. So just stick to what we do know, and we're not going to dive into, are we mineral free and natural and non-toxic? Like, what does non-toxic mean? It's not
just back
a
to the
standard.
basics.
Yeah, just go back to
Don't
the
feel
basics.
like you have to know a lot. Just know those 3 things that carry a bliss.
Exactly.
Another question is, I've had a lot of people ask about one of our main ingredients, petrolatum. I've had that question a few times.
So petrolatum is an interesting question. Again, you guys, you may have some people that care, and you may have some people that don't care. Now, the ones that do care, petrolatum is one of the main ingredients in all of our makeup, okay? And I want you to be able to respond confidently with the fact that our petrolatum is not toxic. So it is fully refined white petrolatum. Practice that with me. Fully refined white petrolatum. Okay, so petrolatum is not really regulated in the United States. A lot of cosmetic ingredients aren't. But as I did some research on it, I found that other countries regulate what's in their cosmetics. And if they are going to have petrolatum in it, it has to meet the standards and the very strict standards of white. What did they say? How does it go? Fully refined, right? White petrolatum. So that means it's like the furthest form from petroleum, which is what we want it to be, right? So it's totally safe. And I think that that's important to be able to tell your people.
We have a lot of really good questions coming through. We're going to blow through this and then we'll go and answer them later. So keep asking questions.
Please
we love
do.
it.
Another thing really quick I wanted to talk about that I love about petrolatum, okay, is that it acts as a skin barrier. So in a lot of like wound care that I had to do, you guys, petrolatum was in those ointments because it's a skin barrier. It's going to allow your face to heal, your skin to heal, your wound to heal. And one thing I found for me is it actually acts as a protective barrier between my skin and then environmental like bacteria. So how many times do you guys touch your face a day? How about your phone? Like you touch stuff and then touch your face, your pillows, your brushes. My acne has gone so minimal because I feel like I have this petrolatum protective barrier.
It's a great thing. It's a good thing.
So I don't know if that's something anybody else has had success with, but I love knowing that my actual skin is kind of protected from environmental toxins. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean that you should leave it on all day. Make sure you still wash your face and still allow that breathability through your skin. So
yeah, you obviously need to educate people on that as well. I do a lot of parties at night and people love their makeup so much they sleep in it to wear it the next day. And you're just educating your party. Say, hey guys, like that's not the best idea. Buy the makeup. You can put it on yourself tomorrow.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so just make sure you're educating these your customers because they'll love you and trust you.
Also, the petrolatum can segue straight into the milk line. This is the science nerd geek in me, you guys. It makes sense to have a skincare line that has lactic acid in it, which our milk products do. Lactic acid is going to help that skin naturally exfoliate. Mm-hmm. So you put on that petrolatum, it's not a moisturizer, okay? You still need to moisturize, and you really need to stress that to your customers. Put on the makeup, wash the makeup, and then moisturize it and clean it appropriately so that your skin can always be rejuvenating those skin cells.
And how amazing is Kara's provided that for us. Yeah. With the cleanser, toner, and moisturizer, all 3 things, tres leches.
They just go hand in hand. So
amazing. Okay, the last question that is pretty common that I get, have you had a customer ask about talc not being good for acne-prone people? So talc, tell me about that.
Yeah, so a lot of people that have acne-prone skin, and I have been one of them in my college years and pregnancy days, talc can be a little bit more of a hesitation for people that are acne-prone. And I have a couple of things to say about talc. Number 1, it's only in a few of our blushes. Where do you put your blush? You put it right here. So if you're having a problem and you're allergic to it, switch to another blush. Simple as that. Some of the creamier, dewier blushes don't have talc in them. Simple as that, right?
And it's not even going on your skin because you've already put your highlight.
Yeah, you've already put your highlight on, and you have the option to completely eliminate it.
And you can do a stay spray underneath that.
Exactly,
as well.
Exactly. Another thing about the talc is it is in our eyeshadows. but you put your eyeshadows on your eye and you typically don't break out on your eyes. I don't know if you guys have. I haven't. So the talc that's in our eyeshadows is basically found in a lot of different powders. Also, it's in our vanilla dust and our bronzer. Okay, so this is me getting even nerdier, you guys.
I love my nerdy friend. She's the best.
When you put on vanilla dust, you're putting it on top of, what did we just barely talk about? We just put our vanilla dust that has talc in it on top of our petrolatum cream, right? That petrolatum is protecting our skin. So if you have a problem with talc, it's still okay to use it in our vanilla dust because luckily we have a skin barrier in our ingredients. I just love all of this nerdy stuff. So sorry if that's like too much over your head, but please ask me questions if you have any. So
yeah. And she, like, I've kept telling her, tone it down. You've got to come to my level because, so
I'm really passionate about the ingredients.
Yeah. And in fact, when you've wanted to sign up, you spent a week studying the ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't you want to know how to apply it? Like, which you already knew, but yeah, it was all about the ingredients. So you're going to have people just like Alisa coming from the healthcare field that they want to know about ingredients before anything else. So it's good to know.
And even if you don't have a passion for like the ingredients and the sanitation and kind of the weird part of it that I do, it's important to still come across as positive and confident, right? And also respectful. So there's been a couple people that I've had conversations with, and I'm not going to like banter it out. Like people know their skin, right? Breakouts can be caused from so many different things, from stress, hormones, diet, product, bacteria, seasons. Like there's so many things that cause our bodies to react, whether it's allergies or hormones. Like I said, really encourage your clients to do a trial and error if they are having problems and want to pinpoint it on the ingredients in Maskcara. It's less likely that it's an ingredient issue. And I feel like I've heard Kara like touch on that before too, that there's a variety of things that it really is hard to pinpoint. I've talked to a bunch of estheticians as well. So long story short, be there as a support, as a backbone for your clients so that you can be educated, be confident. Then they're going to trust you. If you sound like not if you just sound like it, but if you legitimately know what you're talking about. So you have to be able to back up the ingredients of the product, not just like the color matching and how we apply it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Whew, thanks guys.
Done.
I love all of this stuff, so you guys can geek me out here.
So just to recap really fast, sanitation and ingredients, kind of know the basics of it. You don't need to know as to the extent that Alisa knows, so don't get overwhelmed because I'm a little bit right now. It's fine. I'm right there with you.
Keep it simple.
But just know it's cruelty-free. They aren't tested on animals, and
it's paraben-free
safe
and gluten-free.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Start there. If people have further questions, you can refer back to this video once in a blue moon, or you can email me if you have a question.
Perfect.
So, but for the most part, keep it simple.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys, and feel free to share this video to your teams. I'll let people know. It's just a matter of time that you'll get these questions if you haven't already. So
thanks, guys.
And thanks again, Kirsten, for giving us this opportunity. We love Team Marvelous.
Thank
you
you
guys.
Bye-bye.